of our groups that we were doing in person, we kind of condensed them down and did online video series for each of them. So we've got Rising Above Anxiety, RAP, which is a Wellness Recovery Action Plan, Caring for the Caregiver, Coping with Stress. We've got little 15-minute workout videos, meditation videos. It's just really great. There we go. So I just wanted to show you what the logo looks like. So if you have Facebook and you don't know about our Facebook group, this here is what our logo is. So if you just put in the search bar up here, you know, Oxford self-help, then it should take you right to this. Yep, right there. And then you just connect, and there's a few questions that you have to answer, and then we'll accept you and you can have access to all of our groups. Also, we do have a YouTube channel. I believe it's under CMHA Oxford. And any video series that's posted on our Facebook group is also posted on our YouTube channel. So let me get into journaling here. I'm still learning how to do this Zoom thing. Okay, I guess we'll keep it that size. All right, there we go. Okay, so let's talk about journaling. So I know Jenna had mentioned that some of you had seen the journaling things on our Facebook page and were interested in them. So personally myself, I have used journaling quite a bit. And for some reason, this doesn't want to work. There we go. Okay. So I want to talk about journaling, the different types of journaling and the benefits of journaling. So journaling, I always found when I was really unwell, it seemed that was when I used the journaling. I came across some books back last year when we were cleaning out our basement and come to realize that they were all journals. But I noticed that I seemed to only write when I was unwell. All of the entries were from, you know, when I was in hospital or something, but it was very interesting to come back years later and read that. And because I don't remember a lot of what was happening back then. So it was just really great to have these books where I wrote down my emotions and everything else. And then, you know, years later I could read them. So what is journaling exactly? It is a great way to record your thoughts and feelings, and it gives you a chance to explore those thoughts and feelings. And the great thing about journaling is there is no rules, there's no right way or wrong way. It is your space where you're absolutely free to express yourself. And now by expressing yourself, you know, for some people that's writing, and some people it's doodling, some people it's creating Zentangles, some people it's drawing, scribbling. So your journal is a personal place where you can express and jot down your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And the great things about journals is that you can be completely honest and open with yourself without the fear that somebody is going to judge you. Your journal doesn't have to be for writing. Some people find doodling soothing and relaxing. Doodling can also help you get your feelings and emotions out. It's not just writing that allows us to, you know, let everything out. One thing is, I know that a lot of youth, I know they struggle with, you know, not wanting to have a journal because, you know, what if your parents read it, or, you know, something along that lines. And I had to have this discussion with my son because he was going through a really tough time when he was 14. And I bought him a journal and a pen, and he said, I don't want to write in this because you're just going to come into my room and read it. And I said, you know, like struggling with mental health issues myself, and I knew how important journaling was. I went and I bought him a box with a lock, and only he had the keys. And I said, I really think that you need this place to let everything out and, you know, just work on what you need to get it out. And, you know, I stress to him, I don't need to know what's going on unless if you give me a reason, like I'm worried you're going to hurt yourself or you're going to hurt somebody else. Those are the only two times that I'm going to, you know, break open your box with your journal in it. Because journaling is very beneficial, and I think it's really important. So journaling allows you an opportunity to reflect on your thoughts and feelings, and can even help you problem solve different situations. If you are writing in a journal regularly, it can help you get to know yourself better, and you can even use it to track your moods and sleep patterns. So there's many, many different uses for journaling. You know, there's many types of journaling. There's gratitude journal. And gratitude journal is just where you focus on the positives in your life. Because sometimes in everyday life, we can get consumed with what's getting us down and all the negative things. And so if you take time, you know, once a day or once a week to write down all the positives that are happening in your life, then you can account for them. Because, you know, when every day we're thinking all these negative things, to write it down and see it in front of us, then we can say, okay, wait, maybe it's not that bad. So there's a lot of benefits to journaling. There's mental health benefits, physical health benefits. I just jot down a few of them. It reduces stress. It can help you visualize your goals and track your progress towards them. So this holds you accountable to what your goals are, because you're going to see this whenever you go into your journal and be like, oh, I haven't taken any steps towards that. So it's going to hold you accountable to that. It can help you challenge your negative self-talk. So if you have low self-esteem, a journal can be a great thing. You know, you go in there and you write down positives about yourself. So if you were to write in a journal, you know, say every night, write down 3 positive things about yourself, or 3 positive things that happened that day that made you feel good. Because, you know, I struggled with low self-esteem for a long, long time. And those negative thoughts, if you don't work through them, can, you know, take over. And, you know, that's all you see. So a lot of people use journals for that, to, you know, write down positive things. And then you can go back when you're having a really rough day, you can go back and you can, you know, see these things and say, oh, okay, I forgot about that. So it's just nice to have these things written down. It is also great for self-reflection. So there are other types of journaling. So another one is, I mentioned the gratitude. Another one is mindfulness. And that's where you pay attention to everything. So mindfulness writing, you know, you're paying attention to the paper that you're writing on, how the pen feels in your hand as you're writing. You're really thinking and focused on what you're writing about. For an example of mindfulness, there's also mindfulness eating, where you put something in your mouth and then how does it taste? How does it feel? And you just focus on every little thing. And that really helps you account for details that may be left out or forgotten. There's sleep diaries. If you're having trouble sleeping, you can keep a sleep diary and help get yourself back on track. A food diary for anybody struggling with, you know, any kind of eating disorder. This helps you, you know, in a healthy way, work through, you know, how many calories that you need in a day and what you've eaten to achieve that number. What other kinds of journals? Oh, there's so many different ones. Travel journals. A lot of people do travel journals. You know, they write about all the different things that they've done, places they've gone, like every detail, so they don't forget. Some people use like magazines. They cut pictures out of magazines and do like little, you know, collages on the pages to represent how they're feeling. Um, and then there's the visual diary, which I talked about earlier, which is for you to, you know, scribble, draw, color, you know, like I said before, journals are they're your space. There's no right or wrong, and you do what, you know, feels good to you and is healthy. But there's nobody's, you're going to write it down and nobody's going to judge you for it. It's a place to get it all out and then maybe go back and reflect and look at it and see how you could have done things differently. You know, it can even help you problem solve. Okay, so you go back to, you know, you wake up and you go back to the day before and you read your journal entry and, you know, you had a fight with your friend. So this gives you a chance to go back and look at it and really, you know, think about what happened. Because sometimes the next day we kind of forget all the little things that happened. So if you write it down while it's fresh and then the next day you go back, it gives you a chance to reflect on, you know, what happened and maybe how you could have done things differently and how to problem solve to solve the situation. So now I want to ask you all a question. So I guess we could stop recording now.